Okay, I'm off to do my afternoon pre-dinner check of the barn. Haven't been on here saying too much lately because it's been busy, and because we're farming full-time, basically I try to get a video up as often as I can, but I can't have set days and times when I do a video because I just don't know what's going to be going on in the day. So I do my best to keep you guys informed on what's happening here. Basically, it's been a heat wave, so we've been trying to lay low as much as possible. The heat and humidity have been unbearable. We didn't have fans in the barn, so we've invested in 2 really big ones. They're not here yet, and I imagine they'll arrive just as the heat wave breaks, but at least we'll have it for next year. The threat of rain has been going on every day, so haying has been delayed, and even though there was a threat of rain every day, the rain actually didn't ever happen. So anyway, today he's out haying, and here we are in the lambing barn, which so many people say it's their favorite place and the favorite thing to do, but for me it's my worst thing, just because of the stress. I want everyone to do okay, everyone to be healthy, and as you know, with sheep it's not always that simple. This is Utopia, but it is not like that all the time. So people say that I never tell the bad stuff here, so today I'm going to show you some of the bad stuff. So this is the group of ewes that have had their lambs, and the good thing is that they've basically all been having twins. I think we had 3 singles, the rest were twins, and we had a triplet. But this ewe here, she was one of the first to lamb. She had twin ewe lambs. She's a registered Dorset. She's one of our older Dorsets. She's limping, and there's a few in the barn right now that are limping. And we've checked their feet and there's nothing wrong. There's no scald. They haven't injured them. But what we're attributing it to is laminitis. And Dorsets just can't eat as much corn as the Suffolks do. And we're thinking, since it's all the Dorsets that are coming up lame, that these guys need to be cut off the corn. So the last few days we've cut them off, and the ewes seem a lot better for that. But so she's got laminitis. Another thing is, one of her lambs died. We don't know why. She seemed okay. We came in, she was really lethargic, her stomach was swollen, so we think she got stepped on. So these are the sheep we have in jugs right now, and we got some problem ones in here. These guys, they're doing great, but this girl, she's an old girl. She's 9 years old. She looks fantastic for a 9-year-old. She's in good shape. She has a nice udder, and it's fairly soft. She doesn't have mastitis or anything, but she took 2 days to come to her milk, and she doesn't have a lot. So to be on the safe side, I put a cull on her, and these 2 lambs are bottle babies, but they're doing good. They recognize me now, and they come up, and they're getting a little bit extra from mom. This is Toonie. She had triplets. We had a watch on her last year for having a bad udder. We tend to be overly lenient with ones that we like or our pets. Toonie has the lamb is nursing right now, but I can't get anything out of there. So again, I'm topping that lamb up with a bottle just in case, and she's also going to be a cull this year. We're far too busy to be babysitting sheep anymore. So that's the female. She's adorable. We got her tagged and everything. They'll be ready to go out shortly. One of her lambs got adopted to this mom. She's a first timer, and she took the adopted lamb of Toonie, which is this guy right here, and everything's working well here. Mom loves the lamb bonded, everybody's good in this group. She's got plenty of milk, and that's fine. Toonie's other lamb, he died. Again, we don't know why. It's different when the lambs show signs of something being wrong, or, but he seemed all right, and then we came back and he was dead. So, I don't know. It gets depressing. This mom has twin lambs. Everybody's healthy and stuff, but she's one of the ones with laminitis, so she lays down a little more than she should. So we have to force her up, and just to make sure that she's getting up and feeding those lambs. So she's chewing her cud now, though, and she's getting better. But these are the things that happen in lambing. But in this group, the ones that are in the big bonding pen, we got Penny the Clown's 2 lambs. She's like Toonie. Last year she got a watch on her udder, and she's just a poor milk producer, getting too old for it. She's a cull this time around. She is feeding the lambs, but not well enough. I judge whether they're being fed well enough by if they take a bottle, because I find lambs that are getting enough just won't take a bottle, and ones, when you offer it and they guzzle it down, you think, okay, mom's not doing great. So, and again, it's not Mady Wiesner or anything. She's in great shape. She's not coughing, heaving, no hard udder. I don't know what it is. So that's been happening. And this morning we had our first prolapse in quite a while. We had to put her down because we couldn't fix it. So that was bad. There's a good thing. Well, a friendly pigeon on a sheep. Not a good thing, really, because the pigeons are actually a problem here. They get in the barns, they eat the grain, excuse my language, we'll bleep that out. And then we had one Suffolk ewe. This one in our fall group, she actually had a lamb, and I don't know, we weren't here. There was a problem, and it was born dead. Not an abortion. It was alive, but it died, and unfortunately, she is one that had a single. So that's a bad thing too. But so far, let's hope that's it for bad news, and we'll be back to the Utopia happy days. But yeah, farming is not for the faint of heart. And as you can probably tell, I'm a little more attached to the sheep than maybe some farmers are. And Arnie is too. We don't like to fail. We don't like animals to suffer or to die. So, yeah. Now I hear Arnie just came in here and said nothing's going on, but I hear that little sound, that little bleeding sound, which to me sounds like lambing. And yeah, there is someone lambing back there. Okay, so I'm gonna go feed my bottle babies, and I'll check on her in a little while after I've done that, and hopefully this is a good story with some nice little lammies. Okay, we just got her lamb off, or I did. She's a first timer. This pen is full of first timers, and unfortunately they're all hanging around, which I'd like to get them away, but the mother's nervous, so we don't want mom to run away. Get out! Because first timers can be dicey. Some of them are really nervous and don't want to do the lambing thing. She's licking her lamb, so that's good. She ran away when we first got it off, but she's with it now. But this other one has to get away. Go on. It's not your lammy. Out. Go on. Out. Don't look at that lamb. It's not yours. Go on. First timers don't know the routine. Usually that's what they do. They all gather up in one side of the barn and give the mom her piece. So I'm just gonna make sure everyone stays away from her for a little while so they can bond. Then I'll take the lamb and put her in a jug and pull the plugs out of her teats. Make sure that she's got good milk. And check for another lamb, and that'll be that. And they're talking. You know, I told you that's a good sign. Okay, so I have that mom and lamb in the jug. Took a little while because she wasn't too excited about leaving the pen of all the other sheep, but she's in the jug now. She's licking off her lamb still. So right away I use my Shearwell stock recorder, and I record who she is. This is my recorder here, and I write down her number, her tag number, R279. She was born in 2020, so she's a first timer. She's a Dortex, so a Dorset Texel cross, and the dad was Fargo. Birth date, it's a female. We still don't know if there's another one to come yet, but we got that recorded, and I will check her soon, but she's really skittish, so right now I'm just gonna observe and see if she starts pushing. She's licking little lammy. She's too wild for me to check her teats just yet, so I just gave the little lamb a little colostrum until she calms down. She's the 13th one to lamb, so we've marked that on her back. Later when we tag the lamb and stuff, it will get the same corresponding number on its back. And so far it's a single female, so that's why the colors and the one dot. So I use these sprays for doing the marking. They wear off in about a month or two. And in this I have iodine. We dip all our lamb's navels with iodine. It's always hard to find a container. I see one of the Sandy Brock is using little shot cups. We are using an old ibuprofen bottle, and so you just quickly dip the navel in right after it's born, and that kills any bacteria that it might absorb through its navel in the pen. Now, I was here for this one and immediately got it on a towel so it wouldn't get any dirt, but still, it is lying in a pen, so we dip the navel, and that will prevent joint ill, which can be a problem. We usually get, I'm going to say 2 a year, but it's not nice. The lamb's limp. It's painful, so better preventative. And yeah, so another busy day, and we'll let you know later whether she had another one or not. But she is a first timer. Well, she did have another one, a little ram lamb. He was breech, so I had to pull him out. So he's coughing and sputtering right now. He's really little. So we'll see if he's okay. It's hard to say. Sometimes when they first come out, they look so small. And then when they fluff up, they look better. But he's really little. But he's breathing, and we just wipe his nose. Because those breeches can inhale stuff, eh? But here's hoping.